Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to discuss another flower that I love the scent of in perfumery, and that is of tiare flower. Now, tiare flower is a beautiful white flower found often in tropical locations, and it has a more beachy and summertime feel. But I sometimes like to get a head start on those scent profiles, even in the spring. So I thought it would be a beautiful one to talk about today. I have four fragrances that have a tiare flower or a tiare flower like note, and I'll explain in a bit, and one body spray. So that's five different fragrances that I'm going to talk about today. So if that sounds interesting to you, stay tuned. So, as a gardener, you know I'm going to have to give you a few tidbits about the flower itself. And tiare flower is in the gardenia family. It is actually Gardenia tahitensis. That is a mouthful. And the scent, it's similar to ylang ylang, and it's falls somewhere between ylang ylang and vanilla. And you can often find ylang ylang flowers in the same locations that you would find tiare flowers. And fun fact, I had never actually smelled tiare flower until our 50th birthday last year. My husband and I were both January babies, and we took a trip of a lifetime to the island of Borabora, well, Tahiti, and then further on to Bora Bora. It was magnificent. And when I tell you there are tiare flowers everywhere in Bora Bora, that is no exaggeration. We stayed at the Intercontinental Thalasso Spa and Resort, and it was in a secluded island, picturesque overwater bungalows. I'm gonna pop some pictures up here because I just want to share its beauty. And there they have tiare flowers all throughout the property. They put them in your rooms. Um, they give you flowers for your hair, a tiare flower lei. It's just all encompassing. And I couldn't get enough of that scent. It was hypnotic. It was sultry, but beachy and beautiful. So I picked up one fragrance while I was there, and when I came home, I just wanted to revisit that scent over and over again to remind me of that beautiful vacation. So oftentimes I have been noticing that it is difficult for me to tell the difference between ylang ylang and tiare flower. And I had to look it up. I said, what is the difference in these specific flowers? Because I was familiar with what tiare flower smelled like, but I kept getting confused as to why I would think it was tiare flower as a note, and it turned out to be ylang ylang. Well, ylang ylang is a yellow flower that has a similar note profile to tiare flower, except ylang ylang is a bit more heavy, more sultry. It has a tiny bit of spiciness to it as well. Not anything like cinnamon or nutmeg or anything like that. Just a heavier, more seductive, beachy scent. Whereas tiare flower is a little bit lighter, a little bit cleaner, and it still has that beachy sort of sunscreen type of a scent. So the first fragrance that I'm going to talk about is the body spray, and it is Sol de Janeiro 87. So this body spray has notes of warm sand and coconut milk in the top, solar tuberose and ylang ylang in the middle, and vanilla and amber essence in the base. And it has that beachy, coconutty, intoxicating scent, and it lasts a good amount of time. So whenever I want to feel that beachy essence or that summertime essence, or remind me of that vacation, but I don't want something as heavy as a perfume, for example, to go to bed and have sweet dreams of tropical vacations, I grabbed for this one. The first actual perfume on the list is one by Dossier, and it is Summer Crush. And the notes in Summer Crush are at the top, watermelon, lemon, beach breeze accord. And in the mid, there's ylang ylang, coconut, tiare flower, and orange blossom. And in the base, it's creamy musk, heliotrope, vanilla, and sandalwood. So that's a lot of very summery, beachy, floral, creamy notes. And this fragrance really, the florals are front and center, but it also has that beachy accord in the top. And the sandalwood is creamy, it's somewhat aquatic, and it is just so good. So I really was surprised by how well this performed and how well it smells on me. So I love Summer Crush by Dossier. So I was continuing my search for Tiare flowers, and I asked a trusted YouTuber here that's in the fragrance community, Veronica from Veronica Says, and I asked her if she was familiar with Tiare flower scents. And she sent me the recommendation to go and find Intense Tiare by Montal. I just got a small bottle of this, and I am glad that I just got a small bottle of this because if you're familiar with Montal fragrances, this little baby here is beast mode. It is all tiare flower all day long. I feel like transported back to those sandy beaches and clear water and impeccable service and beautiful people. Anyway, I can go on and on. But this is intense though. It doesn't have a blend of a lot of other scents that I'm picking up personally. What I smell front and center is the tiare flower. So when they say intense tiare, that is exactly what they mean. If you don't like that scent profile, you probably wouldn't be watching this video. But if tiare flower is not something that you're looking for, don't even come near this fragrance. It is all tiare flower. And that is Intense Tiare by Montal. Now, the fragrance that started my journey for tiare flowers is this beautiful fragrance, Reva de Tahiti, Iles de Fleurs. And once again, excuse my French. I don't speak French, but this beautiful Eau de Toilette is a, let me spray the other arm. This arm is getting all tiare'd out. is It's ylang ylang. It's vanilla. The vanilla, as you can see, the juice is getting dark. That's usually an indication that there's a lot of vanilla going on, which makes sense because one of the Tahitian islands, Taha'a, is known for the production of vanilla. And they have some of the best vanilla in the world. Tahiti and Madagascar are basically your two vanilla production areas. But when I was in one of the little souvenir shops, I saw this fragrance and I saw it actually in a few places, but I saw it and I got it for a relatively, good price. It is considered an eau de toilette, so it is a little bit lighter in concentration, but that does not mean that it is light on fragrance or light on impact, I should say. It has a ton of impact. You will feel like you're in a Tahitian tropical oasis when you smell a fragrance like this. I have looked it up online to try to find a backup of it, and I found one that is made in New Zealand, but I haven't found this one exactly. So I don't know if the one that's made in New Zealand smells the exact same. I would imagine that it does. It's the same brand, Reva de Tahiti, but it says Manoi, New Zealand on the bottom, and this one doesn't. So I can only go by this one and what it smells like to me. It smells like ylang ylang, tiare flowers, a little bit of coconut, vanilla. There's jasmine in here. And when I tell you this is a scent memory that I will cherish, and like I said, it's been a year and I've only used that much because I've been honestly babysitting it a little bit because I know I can't readily get it again. But I love it. So that is Reva de Tahiti, Fleur de Ile. The last fragrance on the list is the newest to my collection, and it is from Donna Karan, and it is Cashmere and Tiare Flower. This lovely fragrance starts off with bergamot and lemon at the top, although it's very short lived and it doesn't have a full impact on the fragrance. The mid is all about the tiare flower, and in the base, there's cashmere wood and vetiver. This fragrance is very similar to the spa in Tahiti or the spa in Bora Bora. That vetiver and a little bit of the lemon in the top give it a little bit more of a fresh, elegant feel. The lemon is not artificial in any way, even though it doesn't last a long time. It lends itself to a levity and an elegance in this fragrance. And I feel like the tiare flower is very well balanced. It's not overdone. And the cashmere wood comes and smooths everything out, just like it does in all of the cashmere and fragrances that Donna Karan has made. And I feel like this is a good representation of the actual resort that we stayed at. It was very elegant. It was very upscale. It was very much so 50th birthday worthy. We saved up for a very long time for that vacation. It's not something, it was a once in a lifetime. And this perfume really embodies the experience that we had while on that vacation, as opposed to this perfume, which embodies the scent that I smelled while on vacation. This one is more of the whole feel of the vacation. And I love this. I think it was a great offering from the cashmere and fill in the blank, cashmere and vanilla, cashmere and Palo Santo, all of those fragrances. It's a wonderful addition. It goes in a slightly different direction, more floral, and some people might say mature. I don't find it to be overly stuffy or vintage in any kind of way. I just think it's pretty. It's elegant. It's pretty. It's summertime, and I love it. So that is Cashmere and Tiare Flower by Donna Karan. So those are the 5 fragrances that I have highlighting the tiare flower, and I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. And until next time, you guys go and have a beautiful, beautiful day or night wherever you are. Bye-bye, everybody.